Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my tutorial. Today we are going to be learning on how to make the dress, and let me give you this reminder before I start showing you how to draft it. I want you to understand that I am not going to be using anybody's measurements, so I'm using the measurement that is going to be required for the paper drafting. So if you want to actually use a measurement, please you need to know that your bust measurement is divided by 4, waist measurement divided by 4, and hip measurement is divided by 4. I'm not using any measurement. I'm just making use of a sample that actually works with my material, and I'm going to show it out to you how to actually achieve the design. I hope this with this you are be able to understand what I'm talking about. So like now that you understand, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to like give out like you can give out like 2 inches or 3 inches because it's going to have a button at the front and there should be an allowance for that. So this is going to be the button at the front of it. And this is my basic body pattern. So what I'm going to do right now is I've dropped out the basic body pattern already. So this is my bust line, my waistline, my half length, my hip and my full length, and my armhole and the half and the shoulder line. So I'm going to slant my shoulder line by 0.75 inches. Once I'm done, I'm going to still connect it again to my armhole. Yeah, this is the midpoint of the armhole. And now you can get the midpoint of the armhole. You should be able to know your darts. You can use 4 inches or depending on your body size anyway, but I think 4 inches is the best for that. All right, so I'm just going to like start taking out the measurement. You're going to take out your bust measurement, divide by 2, divide by 4 plus 2 inches. You are going to also be doing that at the under bust. Your waist measurement, divide by 4 plus 2 inches, and you can also use the same thing for your half length before connecting it. Your hip is not left behind. You can actually use full circumferences of your hip measurement, divide by 4 plus 2 inches. Without understanding, you are going to draft everything out. You can make add excess allowance depending on your desire. If you have a curve, you can actually use a curve, right? Like what you see me doing is a freehand. I'm using a freehand for it. But you shouldn't bother. In case you have a curve, you can actually use a curve to achieve it. If you don't have a curve, you need a straight ruler and of course your hands. So you can see that I've gotten it perfectly. So just with this understanding, I'm going to take out my middle darts. That I'm taking it all the way from here. From the underbust, yeah, the half length, the waistline, you can take out 1.5 inch, depend on your nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm just taking like 1.5 inch. So from there, uh, I'm going to be connecting my darts. If you check very well, you can see that there's a dart. This is going to, they call it armhole darts. It is not actually a bustier dart like the normal bustier that you normally know. So I'm almost getting ready. So without understanding now I've started it, I'm going to take it to the that's to the what do you call it now? The neckline. From the neckline, I'm going to take out my neck measurement. You can use 3 inches, you can use 4 inches, depending on the kind of measurement you actually want to use. But this is actually a U-shaped neckline. So I'm just going to take few measurement. You can use 3 by 3. That means 3 inches long, 3 inches down. So depending on how you actually want it to be, you can actually use 3 by 3. All right. So I'm going to be connecting it to the uh to the 2 inches that was actually allocated for the button up. So with this understanding, I'm going to cut it out and show you the back. the back. So I'm going to actually be calling out the back side, and the back side is very quite different from the front. This was actually the allowance that was actually meant to be for the button up. So, but because of I'm cutting the back now, the back does not have any zipper, anything like zipper. So there's no need for actually zipper allowance, and so also. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to like fold it inside. Then I'm going to place it. I'm going to give out like 1 inch. You know why I'm giving out this 1 inch? Because it's actually going to have some joining at the back. It's actually optional too, and it's going to actually have darts too. And the darts too is actually going to be cut out just like the way it was actually cut out in the front. But I have to give room for like 1 inch for the joining that's going to be at the back. If you want to actually still make it a little slant, but it's very optional in this type of style, like making the back a little slant is very optional here. But notwithstanding, it's still very important. So it's optional. You can actually use that and you can actually make it all straight. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to actually just cut it out and show you my final outcome. The back should actually look like, and this is how the front should actually be. Your front should be able to like come out as beautiful as this. Are you seeing it? So this is actually where the button actually is. You can actually be folded inside. Like you, that's why I say give enough allowance, like two, three allowance, or even like four, depend on how you actually want it to be. So make sure you have allowance at the front. Sew it in, then achieve your button, and it should come out beautiful like this. I don't want to scatter the back, so this is how the back body should actually look like after drafting it out. So I hope with this in understand you'll be able to like draft this type of design. Thank you for watching my video to the end. Until